Yeah, and you could pick him as the co-host.
Still love you, man. I love you, my brother. My brother from another mother.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's fine. Okay. No, it'll go up. Now, am I on camera? Good enough.
You got a fire from me?
Oh shoot. Oh, okay. All right. It's ready. We're gonna go with it.
No, he's
It's up. It's up.
you know.
Manning, it's up.
Ah,
Okay,
done
Manning.
that. Done that. Uh-oh, I'm trying to get
Okay.
this up so we're broadcasting. Yeah, we're on. Ashton is still muted. Oh, title is not
All right.
about that later.
Well, for the people who usually see our show at 6 o'clock, we started it early, so I know a lot of you will come in later on, and I didn't have the time to change the topic, so it's gonna say last night topic, but it's this night. It's today's topic because I thought I had an hour, so I don't have an hour. So it is what it is. We'll change it later on. Tonight we are going to be talking to Ashton about her experiences with the Olympics. Um, and Alan, how are you doing tonight, Alan?
Doing pretty good. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, yeah. You're you're in a different place. Yes.
Uh, in the living room, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at all kinds of stuff. Looks like Ashton is with us. Well, also muted though.
Okay. And now you're going back a little. You're going back a little bit.
Not been assigned as co-host. Looks like Ashton is with us, but also muted.
Oh yes. You can unmute yourself.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. To welcome you to the show, Ashton. And it's kind of interesting. The person that helped us set this up was saying that they were like 1 hour earlier, but it's really I don't know. I don't know. The time. This is fantastic to work in it this way. But anyway, you're working on Innervision FM. If you're watching the show, give us a thumbs up and do subscribe. We've had a few subscribers, and as we're up to about like 1,062 people.
Wow.
So thank you.
around there. Sort out pretty good. We picked up quite a few. Shout out to California. Shout out to Germany. Shout out to a number of other places as well. And of course, shout out to
People will be
Colorado.
able to see this book, but
Yes. Oh, oh, Alan. Wow. Okay, we won't do that. So anyway, so Elsie, we'd like to welcome you to the show, and thank you for coming on tonight. And let me get to because we had like several questions for you, and now that I found out that we got you a little bit later, I was looking at the website Special Olympics,
yep.
and and I wrote a little spiel about what they said. It's they're gonna be, I guess they're gonna be in Orlando, Florida on June the 5th, and they talk about the power of of acceptance and inclusion, which they, I guess they all love to use that word inclusion.
Right, and it's not true. It don't believe anything you read. Just Google my story, man. Ashton Smith Special Olympics, and check out my book, Swimming Upstream to Realize the Dream, because it was a fake dream. I mean, I got paid for nothing. See the medal behind me? This is why I put this up here. This is what their
Wow.
medals look like. Look at their medals. Look at that
Right.
medal right there. And do you think
Wow.
I get anything for that? No, I've had to sell those. That's what the medals look like that I've had to sell on the side of a road. That's unacceptable. I get paid for nothing. I'm your
Right.
version of a slave. People can cash out me if people are willing to help me. Cash out me gold and Ashton, and knowing that. And I would like a link to this that I'm on tonight so I can share it with the folks that are in my life.
Right.
Pastor Don Jr. CEO is a part of my life. The elite 300 winning team members a part of my life because they're trying to put a stop to exploitation of people through athletics and entertainment. They're trying to put a stop to that because this medal that I received is worth nothing.
And this is covered in the book which you wrote called Swimming Upstream. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah. That's from the book you wrote, Swimming Upstream. Right.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And like what inspired you to write the book, and did this incident that happened, or was it something that was in the back of your mind that you're gonna do
Being
it anyway?
being kicked out of the program made me step up my game and write the book because I'm like, if I'm going to be kicked out of a program, I might as well write about how I was treated in it. And that's what I did. And I, slowly but surely began to say, I want to be treated better, which I do. I want better for my life. And ultimately, when you want better for your life, you fight for that. And I don't want to be abused and used, but I'll tell the truth. Yes, Special Olympics acquired and did good things in my life, but that doesn't excuse what happened.
Yeah. Now I was looking also in the thing that I guess because they give an expose of different people, and this guy named Chris Mickett. I guess when he was 21, he was the first Down syndrome person to win this Ironman
Yep, I saw
thing.
that. Yep.
Now, did you participate in that as well?
No, Ironman, I did not. I participated in Dubai and competed in the Special Olympics, and I competed in their World Games in Seattle. And I never got a dime for that. They've never helped me with hotels, expenditure, transportation, clothing, nothing. I was left thousands of dollars bankrupt because of their program. It
Yeah,
was
okay.
horrible.
I was just looking at it. Okay, I see that the Iron Man, but do they have like an Iron Woman? Or because I'm thinking like this is what if women wanted to do this? The women as far as wanted to do the same thing. Is it just nothing similar within that?
No.
No.
And with
So
and there's nothing that allows people like me to make money off my image in that program. I'm literally exploited for financial gain and money. I get nothing for the work or effort that I put in to be an athlete in a program that does not give me back anything.
yeah, because I was just thinking because this is one of the questions I was posing to the audience as well. So you would think that like during the like usually like some parents they pay for their kids or to
Right, and
do
I don't
the sport.
have parents to pay for nothing. I'm left bankrupt. I don't have rich
Wait,
rich
wait, wait,
parents,
wait.
you
So
know?
I don't know. So I'm talking about like sometimes parents would drive the kids to the gym to work out and sit there with the kid and all that kind of stuff and because they know there's going to be some kind of reimbursement down the line and stuff like that. And so this kid started when he was 16, 21 now. So you're saying even when you turn 18, what do they tell you when you say, okay, I need help with financing the equipment that
They
I
told me
use.
they told me to figure it out on my own. They told me I was 18 and they told me to figure it out on my own. I said, well, that's not right because y'all are profiting off of me. And then y'all tell the public that you're helping me and that all the money goes to help the athletes. No, it doesn't. It goes to help CEOs make six figures. That's where your money goes.
So it's going into the administrative
Right.
and not really, and I guess maybe the advertiser. And I was looking at some of the advertiser, so I saw Disney. I said, oh, Disney, that's kind of like iffy. And then the sandwich place, a bank, and then a few other sponsors, which they're getting some pretty heavy
They got
sponsorship.
Amazon, Walmart, and they using people. None of us get paid. Like I told somebody, I'm a slave. I've lived on the streets brought to you by Special Olympics. I've been homeless brought to you by Special Olympics. I went without food brought to you by Special Olympics. I had to give a child away brought to you by the Special Olympics because I had no money to take care of my own child, let alone myself.
Now, and so even when you ask them do you know if, where I can get assistance or something like that, they just
They
turn their
told me to
backs on
figure
you.
it out on my own. Yep. They told me to figure it out on my own. Yep.
Is that? Do you
This
think
is,
it's because what were you gonna
oh,
say,
go
Alan?
ahead. Well, I was just going to say this is a very interesting set of topics. And you bring up something that is not very well known. Some people may know about the Special Olympics. They may know of it as the Paralympics. Are they the same thing?
The
No,
Paralympics?
the Paralympics, they get paid, they can get sponsorships. The regular Olympics, they can get paid and get sponsorships. But somebody like me, because I'm in the Special Olympics, we're not allowed to even profit off our names. I said, but this is illegal. Laws have changed, and y'all are using us as cash cows and not paying us.
Wow,
When did
that is
you? Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
yeah. When did you get
When did
started?
you?
Yeah.
Yes.
I've
When
been
did
in the
you get
special
started?
I've been in the Special Olympics since the 90s. I've been in the program since the 90s, and I'm 37 today. They've done nothing for my entire life.
And
Nothing.
that was about the same time that the ADA came about,
Yep,
and
that's
It was
right. Yep,
1991, 1992.
yep.
Yeah, I mean, there was a big push and there was
In the
all kinds
50s,
of
it's been
stuff.
around for
Special
51 years. 51
Right.
years.
That
now
You
was
do
really
the math.
amazing.
now I was sort of
That
like
was.
I was making a comparison with family. There was a group, and that's PHAMALY. They started in I think 90 91, and then I
Mhm.
think it took them, let's see, about probably 15 years before they started paying the actors a stipend. But here's this other group's been around
Right.
for like 50 years, and they haven't saw the need to say, well, let's share some of these $100 million that we're raking in, instead of giving figures to the administrators and all that kind of stuff. Let's share the wealth with these athletes that are spending what like 10 hours, maybe a day, or 10 hours, or you know, you know,
I was spending 10 hours a day, 7 days a week to prepare my body. That included nutrition, recovery, all of that stuff. And I never got nothing. I've had to attend physical therapy and stuff for things breaking down in my body, and it's not okay. And these people don't care. They run you into the ground until you die. And that's what they want from me. They
yeah.
want to run me into the ground.
So when you like later on, I mean, did you ever try to I guess get a lawyer to
It's
negotiate with these
hard.
people?
I'm trying to. Every lawyer that I call works for them, and that's called a conflict of interest. And so people won't
Interesting.
work. They won't sue them, and I'm like, no, man, I'm being used, abused, and
Okay.
no attorney will take my case. Like, no, and in Texas, it's hard to find anybody. Look at the color of my skin. Like, no, they don't care.
That's interesting because I've heard the same thing like in the political thing. If the lawyer is connected with this political group, and an opposite one says, "Hey, can you take my case?" It's not going to
Special
happen.
Olympics is heavily
That's just,
Republican. Look up Special Olympics Texas Confederate flag. They support the Confederate.
Oh wait,
Confederacy.
I gotta say, you know that the KKK and Jim Crow laws were started by Democrats. You know about
I
that history.
understand that, but that ain't that way now. Democrats were like Republicans back then. My grandmother told me all that. I get all that, but today it ain't like that. Democrats ain't writing no laws like that now. We're talking about right now.
So you think that somehow the group that was did the Reconstruction and stuff like that, they decided to flip over to what Democrats were.
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is the dynamics of the thing went whoop whoop. And all I know is at the end of the day, you won't catch me walking in my neighborhood with a Donald Trump shirt on. You won't catch me. No, sir. I'm trying to live. I'm not walking with that on. That's like, no.
Well,
I
a
want
lot
to
of people,
live.
the 81 million people that voted for Biden, how do they like it now with the food shortages and just a lot of this gas shortages? Because you realize, like, in about 2 years ago, it was the gas was $1.87, and now it's $4.
Well,
And
I understand that, but
yeah,
no one was driving any dang on thing. Everybody was forced to park their car, sit in the house, and so all
yeah,
that
that was
stuff
crazy.
that ain't blamed on one president or a factor. That's global. Shoot the stuff. China shut down their
Oh,
port. The president of the United States, hey, open your port. That's not how
yeah.
that works.
Do
China closed.
you Now, do you know that when first when Biden got into office, he closed down the XL pipe that was making us gas and oil independence?
Cause he was told to keep a promise to have green energy. That's why. But when demand comes, now you see that that's opening back up. So at the end of the day, regardless of these things, people control these corporations just like they control the Special Olympics. And at the end of the day, I'm tired of my life being controlled like that, where I'm
Yeah,
not allowed to prosper.
yeah, and
So
our
what
state.
we do,
Yeah,
oh, go ahead.
go ahead, Alan.
I was going to say, what we do here is we promote grassroots musicians, recording artists, financially challenged individuals,
That's me.
disabled folks. And this actually falls right in line. Something like the Special Olympics,
Yep.
your experiences, they need to be heard, good
Yep.
or bad.
Right.
And this is something that's necessary to be brought out there. And, it's
I'm
good.
ready.
Well, and you wrote a book called Swimming Upstream. Where did they find that?
Yeah, what do we find that book?
Swimming upstream to realize the dream. That's on Amazon. I can drop some links. Here's a place. I can drop a bunch of links over here. Look at this. So I can drop these up here when I go to, and there's a link that y'all can look up. It's shocking. This is the link that talks about how they exploit me. That's that link. And that lady did a whole detailed breakdown of their program, how they use me. Here's a radio station. This is the gentleman that I'm working with right there, Pastor Don Jr. CEO. That's him and his radio station. This is my link tree that has the book inside of it. That's the
Yeah,
podcast that I run, Keep Swimming with Ashton. So y'all can have access to these things and know that, I'm a real person and I'm financially hurt because of the Special Olympics. I'm bankrupt. I'm like, I don't know how I'm gonna pay back $5,000, but you have to, I've tried and I don't have that kind of money. I'm sitting here living on $800 a month while people gouge me for hundreds of millions of dollars. And it's like I deal with depression and hopelessness because I'm being plundered for millions of dollars. I'm like, how does this make me happy? This
you know,
isn't happy.
well, I think if you when you keep doing shows like this, I mean, it's gonna catch on. And like I said, we have quite a few viewers here, and hopefully, the word will just keep getting out and getting out further and further.
Right. It
And
has to. I tell your viewers, Google Ashton Smith Special Olympics, and you can see, boom, all this stuff about me, right? Because their program, when you look at it, they say face on television, right? And they say, we care about these athletes. No, you don't. You don't, because in the 30 years when I got kicked out, September 18th, 2019, I was told to never come back. Right. And I gave years and years of my life to something that left me homeless, and my mom died. They didn't care about me. No, we care about you. Nothing. They don't care. My mom died a month ago or so, or they don't care. When my grandmother died, they used her on NBC5, and Newy Scruggs blocked me on social media and told me to stop talking to him. No, you're a news reporter and you're a news station using my image, and I don't get nothing for that. Oh, well, we're the news. I'm not blaming the news station. I blame Special Olympics, because they're the ones that put these stories together to these people. And when I cry out to the people, they block me on social media because they just thought they did a good thing. And so I got blocked by Newy Scruggs, a black reporter, on social media.
Now tell me something. Now they say also in the advertisement that they train disabled people to be a leader, and it sounds like probably you were a leader even before.
I was teaching people financially stuff. I was telling people how to own houses. They was telling me to shut up. I'm like, no, y'all using people, and you're telling me I'm not allowed to have a boyfriend, have real estate, have a business, an LLC, be married, all this stuff. They tell you because they call you retarded. They called me retarded behind my back, and a nigger. I'm going to keep it 100. I was called a nigger by an athlete, and they supported that by kicking me out.
But I don't know if you ever heard of this. It's an organization called Veritas, and they go in with like hidden cameras and recorders, and
you might need to contact them. You should.
They let people like hear what these people are really thinking and saying. And it's amazing what people will say when they're sitting there with a couple of drinks, and the truth comes out, and then when they come back and show them the video, they say, well, no, they just clam up.
Yeah, well, you need to. Hey, anybody out there that's a lawyer, we need a sports lawyer, any of that, because I know that it's coming. This is the year of expansion, because in my life, I believe in God, and it's like God doesn't let these dark places hide. Light will bring what's hidden in the dark or under the rock to the light, whatever you want to call it. I'm tired of my life being used to make millions, and some $60 million, and I don't get nothing.
Yeah, and what I'm planning on doing is contacting them and doing like an interview, and then start asking these probing questions, which probably they have never been asked before. And
they
I'll
were
invite you in
asked
as
by
well.
the Dallas Observer and Dallas Morning News, and you know what they told it? Google me, Ashton Smith, Dallas Observer. Do you know they told the Dallas Observer that money's prohibited? And the man told them, y'all are being recorded. He was like, oh, I didn't mean to. No, you said that. You said to them people that money was prohibited. I'm not even allowed to make money unless it's at Walmart or some low-wage job. They told me I was not allowed to work, watch this, in the entertainment industry. That is what they told me.
Now, as I understand, it's like there's power in numbers. So, have you tried to get some of these other people that have left the Special Olympics to come together with you and say, okay, there's power in numbers. They can do a class action suit to.
I tried to, and their parents blocked me on social media and told me to stop talking to them because their parents control their lives. See, they're mad because I don't have anybody controlling my life. I don't have to go ask my mom. I got in trouble for speaking to the Fort Worth Police Department when I went to the police about a woman threatening to take my life, kill me, hang me, and shoot me, and they supported that by not doing anything about it.
It sounds like the land of Twitter and Facebook, and it sounds like the Wild Wild West out there. Just because you wanted to tell your side of the story is what I'm understanding.
I had my life threatened. I mean, the lady told me, oh, if you sue the Special Olympics or you cause trouble, I'm gonna take your life. And the lady, this lady was able to be racial toward me. She out there in the public just like me.
Was she getting a paycheck from the Special Olympics or something?
No, she was this is what makes it worse. Forget that. She was an athlete, and they allowed this athlete to attack me. She was an athlete.
That's
You're joined by Ashton Smith. You're on InnervisionFM.com, and you can kind of help to support her Now, there are obvious rules and recommendations with everything, you know, and Cash App is definitely fraught with them, you know, and things like that.
And I'm putting that in here too, so
So
people can, so
you got
y'all can.
a Cash App, yeah.
I do. I'm putting that in here now because I'm hurting. I told somebody financially, I live on government assistance, but all that's changing with Pastor Don Jr., CEO. But he was like, I'm only one company. He said, you need people who know about these things like you. You guys know about this stuff. You know
Oh
what I mean?
yeah.
He said,
We're just a
you know,
couple of blind folks,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But you know, you're absolutely right, Johnny. There is power in numbers, and there
Oh
are avenues that can be certainly supported.
yeah. Oh
And
definitely.
you know, if there are viewers that know anything about this type of stuff, and provided our benevolent overlords at YouTube allow for this type of thing to
and I just
even
sent
get.
her the Cash App too, sir. So that's in the
Oh,
blank there. And
all right.
yeah, and thank you to your viewers, because at the end of the day, nobody should have to be forced for the rest of their life to live on $1,000 a month. I'm fortunate because my family and others and stuff. But if it wasn't for my family or other people, I probably wouldn't even be here.
I
Because
will tell you now, there are 150 million people plus that live on $1,000 a month, and nobody should live that way. But
Oh, you're starting to break up. Have you ever
that's
thought of Ashley? Have you
what
Ashley?
things do need to change. And
Ashton, have you ever thought of just getting in the WWF, because it sounds like you would be an asset to them, because you have that personality that you can
what is the
bring.
WWE?
It's
What is
the wrestling the wrestling world,
Oh
because
yeah,
see,
I want to do public speaking. My goal now is to do public speaking because I've done so much athletics. I'm ready to speak and tell my story and get paid for it. I don't want to speak for free. I'm trying to get paid. And what I need people that know how to do this is I need a press kit, right? Listen up. I need a press kit done. I need a highlight reel, and I need a website. All these things I looked at in Texas cost $5,800. And that's why I'm not a public speaker. I don't have the money to pay for websites. I don't have the money to pay for none of that. I don't have it. It costs $5,000. I don't have $5,000.
yeah, and it's people that would do that out there for like what they call pro bono. We're looking for people like that
We're
too.
not doing that in Texas. Good luck. If you can find people to
Well,
help me, they
with
don't do that here.
with the internet now, people don't have to live where you live to step up, and that's what I'm saying, like, because now that this is so universal, I mean, because we got viewers from all over different countries, and it amazed me the people that watch the show in other countries, because they don't have that kind of
Right.
stuff there. Like Russia, Venezuela, the UK. The UK is a little bit more freer with the people that have disabilities, but I know some of these other countries, they put people with disabilities in the back room. You never hear
And
about
they
them.
have, yeah, and they have Special Olympics in these other countries too. Don't get it twisted. They're global. And at the end of the day, they go in these countries and they use these people and promise these people that they'll get them out of their villages, and they don't do anything. They use these people, they don't teach you anything. I told them, how about teaching people something that they can use? How about teaching me how to be rich? How about teaching me how to have a home, a family, a
Well,
life?
that's what I think that's what the public schools should be doing. But since it was started in the industrial age, they were just teaching people how to work in factories from 9 to 5, and
Right. And
they were
Special
interested
Olympics,
in people
yeah. Special Olympics
elevating.
was started 51 years ago. And at the end of the day, you have to look at the engine that it's become. It's massive. And now you look at, they get $155 million globally is what I think I saw. That's not okay.
This is
And we
true.
sit here with
especially
nothing.
when, well, that's absolutely right. You know, and there is
Google.
absolutely nothing. Google this,
Yeah.
And they got
because
5 million athletes. They got 5 mil with an 5 mil with an M athletes that participate in their program. That's more than the NBA, NHL, baseball, and hockey combined. And they sit here and use these people and tell me, they told me N-word swim. That's what they told me. I'm supposed to bow down to y'all because athletes are allowed to call me racist names.
Well, I wish like you would just put your phone up, put it on record, and get these people in action. Because man, that would go
I
viral.
recorded,
That would go viral.
I recorded the conversation when I was kicked out, when I reported to them September 18, 2019. I recorded me telling them a woman threatened to harm me and they telling me to be quiet.
Now that's something, keep a hold of that kind of stuff.
If you have a Facebook page, I'll send that recording to you because there's a thing in Facebook where I can send it to you. Go to my personal Facebook page, Ashton Smith, and you guys will see that. But my page that I have in there now is my monetized page. I'm not even monetized on social media because you're not allowed to be in the Special Olympics. I have a Facebook page called Golden Ashton. Y'all can look that page up and start friending me there and stuff, and it'll help grow my page because Special Olympics has never ever helped me. They've done nothing to give me anything.
Yeah. Oh, and,
you did bring one thing up earlier, and I know that it's cold comfort at times to hear this kind of thing, but you said that you believed in God, so that in my book anyway is half the way there, because you have that access to hope. You have access to coming on shows much like this one here on InnervisionFM.com and telling your story. Folks that have watched this, and for as long as it is up, do like this, share it, subscribe. We often cover musicians, like I say, but from time to time, we'll cover individuals who are disabled and out in the community in different arenas, much like family, PHAMALY, and that could be done differently. And that's really all that we're looking for is reform, change, and peaceful solution to.
And the way you do that is you contact
a really
the IRS.
broad.
Yeah.
Yeah. And ladies and gentlemen, the show tonight we're calling it Special Olympics from gold to homelessness with Ashton. And we want you to share the show. Also, we want to thank Christian Brothers for being our sponsor for the year. Christian Brothers Moving Company. I spent the day with Brian over at Mike's house, and we had a good time talking about that. And he's going to do some stuff for my campaign, which I'm running for House District 5 here in Colorado. So so we're going to be doing some stuff with that. Especially once I get in there, we're gonna.
Maybe I should do some public speaking with that. I do public speaking, man. Maybe we could come together on that. And yes, I live in Texas, but there's got to be a way financially. If I can get out there.
I mean, we're gonna come up with some funds and so forth. And we also get car donations. Just go to our website, innervisionrecords.org, or our PayPal account, paypal.me/InnervisionDenver, and that'll definitely give you ways that you can support our nonprofit. And so, Ashley, I want you to give the name of your book again, and then I want you to also give your Cash App, which it's up there, I know, where people can see it, but just for other blind viewers that are watching
blind folks that are watching, right?
Yep. They're going to type in on Cash App. Folks can go to Golden Ashton on Cash App, Golden Ashton on Cash App, so that they can type that in. Folks can also find me on social media under Golden Ashton, also on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. All of the social media, you should find me there, and LinkedIn. And you'll also be able to find Pastor Don Jr., CEO, and find him there. That's the person I'm working with, and the Elite 300 winning team members. I am working with them, brought to you by. So I'm grateful for that. And I know that, my life is headed in the right direction because I'm working with a pastor. You can't get no positive than a pastor, right?
I heard that.
So,
I heard that.
Right?
Yeah,
Right.
God bless you. Oh,
Right.
and I want to let everybody know we'll be off until next Monday. Then I'm going on a little vacation for about a while. Dreamland is going to be in concert at the Roxy Theater. Me and Natalia, we're going to be there. She's going to be filming it
Okay.
for us. They start about 8 o'clock, 8 to 8:30. So join us there. Remember, it's $13 online. That's AftonShows.com/Dreamland Music. That's MUZIK. Get your tickets for $13, but because it's going to be $16 at the door. But if you want to flip the $16, hey, it's all good. But get your tickets online. We'll see you there this Friday. And Ashton, I'm sorry, Ashton. We thank you for being on the show. We jumped up an hour earlier, so
Absolutely.
so people, if you're waiting to see us at 6 o'clock, and you're watching it now or later at 6 o'clock.
And drop me the link
here.
so I can share it. So if you have a link to this show, I want you to team up with Pastor Don Jr., CEO, and he has access to over 10,000 radio stations. And I want you, me, and him to get together and do something. He has a lot of connections, huge connections.
All right.
John.
So we'll see you guys next week for our 2 shows before we take our trip, and then we'll start doing some shows in the morning because it's going to be a time change there. So anyway, thank you once again, and Alan, I'll share this link
book.
with you.
And get that book, Swimming Upstream to Realize the Dream. Share me the link and I'll capture it.
Okay, we will do that. Definitely.
All right.
I go to Messenger.
God bless everybody. Have a good weekend.
You too. Do I go to Messenger on here to get the link, or are you gonna text it?
I'm gonna email it to you and a few other things. Just give me a few minutes.
All right, brother. Thank you, man. I so appreciate it, man. And I'll drop you the link to the show that I'm finna get on, Pastor Don Jr. Winning Wednesdays, and I'll drop you that link, and y'all can tune in if you like. And press 1 if you want to talk.